There's a new wide receiver one in Arizona, and his name is Michael Wilson. Welcome back to the channel. This is SJ's Corner. Today, I'm going to be going over the performance of Michael Wilson against the LA Rams. He went off for 11 catches, 142 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. He had one heck of a day. This is a guy that I've been a huge fan of since he came out from Stanford a couple of seasons ago. He just never really had the opportunity to operate as the wide receiver one in Arizona, given the fact that they drafted Marvin Harrison recently. But now that Marvin has been injured, he's had 4 to 5 games where he's been the main feature guy and he's making defenses pay. You get me? So there's a lot that I really like about this tape, and we're gonna dive right into it. Before that, I want you to do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Do me a favor, hype the video, guys. Like, okay, and subscribe. It really does go a long way. So let's get right into the video. We got Michael Wilson right here at the bottom of the screen. And this is going to be one of the easier routes of the day for him. He's just going to beat this cornerback right here based off alignment and how fast he gets off the line of scrimmage. It's just a simple corner route. First target, first touchdown in the red zone. Nice and simple. And this is one of those where you don't have to do too much. He just sees that he has that guy beat off leverage. It looks like a cover 2 type of concept. And it's just wide open. You get me? So, good, easy completion there. Next play, we have him right here in that tight alignment again. Corner is impressed, and he's just going to do a great job of being violent off the line of scrimmage. You're going to see that quick jab with his right foot, being able to shift that defender off his platform. He's going to get vertical, and he's going to stick. And it's just a wide open. That's considered really a lot of separation in the NFL. And he does that on a consistent basis in terms of being violent off the line of scrimmage. Okay, I want you to remember that. He's violent off the line of scrimmage. He's aggressive with the ball in hands. He's aggressive with the ball in the air, and he runs really precise routes. Here again, DB is outside leverage. He has a comeback pattern, and what you're going to see here, he's going to attack that DB's leverage off the top, and he's going to get vertical before breaking it back in. Okay, that's a constant trend in his route running, being able to understand what the leverage of the DB is and being able to attack that leverage, close the cushion, and get himself between the quarterback's ball and the DB. So here again, gets wide, gets vertical. Now he's going to snap it down. And now it's not a huge level of separation at this point. The cornerback is still in pretty good point. But what helps this is his attack of the football right from this point. Understanding the cornerback is in close quarters, and he's going to go up and make a play for his quarterback. Okay? He will not make the quarterback wrong. He'll make the quarterback right most of the time because he's getting targeted. Okay? Another simple pattern, which is just a slant. Again, not a huge level of separation here, but it's just I'm going to get myself between the ball and the defender. I'm just going to catch this ball and get what yardage I can get, okay? It's 5-yard completion. Is not fashionable, but it's as good as a run play. That's still a successful play for the offense. Okay, and that's how he builds trust. Here's a play where it's an incompletion, but I still love the way he ran this route. Again, they're challenging him in press coverage. They've been seeing that he's been having a lot of success in recent weeks. So they said, fine, let's see if you can handle, the press coverage if we're being physical as cornerbacks. But again, hard jab inside. He's going to get there, but he's also going to win not just with his feet, but with his hands. Watch the way he swats his DB out, being able to not get pushed off his line, get vertical, and then make this cut to the corner route. Okay, so right off the bat, hard job again. Okay, he's not doing nothing fancy right here. He's just going to swat. I want you to watch. That's what's very subtle. Okay, from right here. Swat that DB's left arm. Okay, and now after the swat, he's using the rip move right after the swat. Okay, gets vertical. Doesn't really give a true stick, but because the cornerback's momentum is just so much leaning inside, trying to wash him, he's just going to go the opposite way running, and that's wide open. It's just a near miss here by Jacoby Brissett. But again, just a point of him being violent off the line of scrimmage and just winning with his physicality, even when he doesn't win with his separation. Now here, again, notice, sorry, let me go back here. Okay, notice this DB is at depth, at least 8 to 10 yards. And notice Michael Wilson's sprint position coming off the line. He's in attack mode. Okay, this is someone that really needs to get to a spot and get open as soon as possible for his cornerback. Watch him eat up this cushion. Okay, now I talked about how in the last out or comeback pattern he ran, which is he widened before he got vertical. Okay, this time he's just gonna attack straight up, hoping that this DB is gonna try to come and meet him here and close that gap. Okay, so he's just going right off the numbers. Okay, and he's got this out pattern, deep out pattern. He's gonna make his break. Again, the DB is still in a pretty good position right here. But what does Wilson does? He starts curving that his run towards a negative angle towards the ball and makes an aggressive catch, makes a play for his quarterback. Again, you're not always going to have that huge level of separation between you and the DB, but sometimes you just have to go up and make a play for your quarterback, okay? Now, this is probably the best part of his tape here is this hook concept, okay? This is the first time you're going to see it, but it's not going to be the last time, okay? DB sort of straight up, a little bit shaded to the outside. He's just going to get up in there, stutter move, get outside leverage, and just going to stop on a dime. And what's the most important part here? He's going to work back down towards the football. Okay? Not a lot of receivers do that on a consistent basis. And you're going to see it. This route is going to be ran 3 times during this tape. Okay? Now, this is the second touchdown of the game. Similar coverage again from the DB where he's straight up leaning outside a little bit. He's just going to go again with a low, taking his time, stutter, and he's going to do a move and get back outside, get yourself in position to make a play, okay? And this is one thing about him. He is not one-dimensional, okay? He can beat you in multifaceted ways, okay? Great job again at the point of attack, right? Gets in position. I'm a big guy. Just throw it up for me. Boom. I'm meeting that ball at its highest point, okay, and making a play. Here it is again, the second stop route. Just watch him again. He's feeling himself clearly, but he knows he's a good receiver, right? Similar coverage again by a DB. I'm going to get outside. He just gives a simple jab. DB's in good position. DB's in good position. But that acceleration towards here is going to make that DB respect that goal ball. Okay, because he just beat him on a goal ball in the end zone, and he's just going to drop his weight, and look at that inside arm coming for that swat, throws the DB off at least 3 yards, okay? I'm just going to make a catch. It's too easy, okay? Here's the third stop route of the day, okay? Similar coverage again from the DB. He's going to stutter. He's going to get out. Again, that burst towards the line. Watch his head right here. His head is down. He's looking like he's trying to get over the top of the DB, and the DB has to respect that because that's the mannerism he's giving him, right? But instead, I'm just going to drop my weight, okay? And now look at the position the DB is in compared to him. I'm going to sit the DB down, okay? That's cooked, okay? I broke your ankles there, okay? That's only Allen Iverson does that on a basketball court, okay? That looks good. That's really good stuff. And this is what I'm saying, right? He's been a guy that's not really gotten that many opportunities, but I've been saying since he came out of Stanford, this is a guy. This is a guy. And I'm telling you, he's looking like he's winning on his routes and creating separation and making plays for his quarterback. Probably on a higher level than Marvin Harrison. I'm still a big fan of Marvin Harrison, but Michael Wilson is a dude. And I don't know when he's up for contract extension. It might be in the next year or two because he's a rookie, right? So he might have the 5th-year option get picked up by his team. So he might not hit free agency for a long time. But they do have a decision to make in Arizona. Are they going to pay both guys like they do in the Cincinnati Bengals right now with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase? But either way, they don't have to deal with that for maybe a season or two left. But let me know what you think about Michael Wilson. Do you think he's a legitimate wide receiver 1 in this league? Let me know if I'm being biased in my take, because obviously I've liked him for a long time, or if he's really that good. So hype the video again. Do not forget to like the video as well. Hit that subscribe button as well. It really does go a long way. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. So much love.